and these sex toys laid out. And it's just like, you gotta be kidding me. My sister was getting married, and we being me, I'm 5'8", then I was 158 pounds. A girlfriend that I was dating at the time with, it was her brother and 2 of his other friends. So there's 3 guys over 220 pounds and me in my 88 Sirocco. They are some of the biggest, tallest, brawniest guys I've ever seen in my life, like Andre the Giant style dudes. So this wasn't just like 3 rednecks and a Bryson. This was scrawny, because I think I was still racing mountain bikes at the time. So I was pretty slim, and these giants. And my sister was getting married, so the night before, I was over at the girlfriend's house, and we were all hanging out, and I was talking about I want to play a prank on my sister, and so the 3 big dudes and me get in the car in the Sirocco, in the tiny little Sirocco with just, we threw the back seat in it and the 2 front seats, and we went over to a porn shop over in Union City, and I picked up a blow-up doll, 2 huge dildos, and I think it's like some candies or something, because I was going to put all this in my sister's car the next day at the wedding when they ran out and everybody threw rice, which we did. There was a blow-up doll and a big dildo on the dash and all that, and so that's what I wanted to do, because I thought it would be funny. And so on the way back from the porn shop, we were going through Union City. One of my tail lights was dim or out or whatever, and a cop came up behind us and pulls us over. And you know, the Sirocco's got the fast back with the big glass in the back. He sees little me compared to these big, huge dudes, and starts asking, you know, where you guys, of course we were speeding, that's why we got pulled over. And he's like, where are you guys going? What are y'all doing? And I was like, we just left the store and I was taking my friends home. And I forget how or why, but he asked me to step out of the car. Well, when I get up and get out of the car, I didn't realize there were 3 other police officers with him. And one of them was shining a light into the back hatch in the Sirocco. Well, there was the big brown bag with the 2 dildos sticking up, the blow-up doll sitting there, and the other stuff that we got. And as I'm standing up and turning around, I see him looking, and he points at one of the other officers, and he motions and goes, come over and look. So he comes over and looks. So all of a sudden, he gets all of us out of the car, and they start searching the car. And they open the back hatch, and he starts pulling these dildos out and these blow-up dolls out, and he goes, what's all this about? And I go, my sister's getting married. It sounded like the most bullshit story. And I go, my sister's getting married, and I'm just trying to play a prank on him, and this is my girlfriend's brother and his 2 friends, and we're just going back home. He was shaking his head. He goes, what are you guys up to? And it's like, no, I'm 10 minutes down the road. Like, do I need I was 19 at the time, and I go, I can call my dad. Like, they weren't buying it because they questioned each one of us individually, and I believe, from what I understand, we all pretty much told the same story. So that was like, okay, you guys aren't lying. And we're sitting along the side of the road now, and there's these 3 huge dudes and little me and sex toys laid out, and we're being questioned, what are we doing? He said, okay. And he goes, this is probably the most unique situation that I pulled anyone over for. And he goes, thanks for making my evening pretty good. And I go, yeah, well, no problem. That dildo has become an ongoing gag in the family. It was showing up in suitcases when we'd go on vacations. So she would put it in, I forget if she put it in like my parents' suitcase, and they found it when they went on vacation. And then my dad would go over there and help out at the house or something over there, and he'd leave it, and they'd find it in a duffel bag when they went on. So it's become an ongoing prank since then.